Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation, Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
Make sure to check out hankstrange.com. You can sign up for our email list and find ways to follow and support our efforts.
Okay, the gun that divides the nation, the Washington Post.
Are you really going to get me started on this?
Yes. I gave you
I'm going to say
time.
something that's so offensive to a group of people.
Go
Say
for
it.
it.
Say
You
it.
heard my
Go for it.
comments. You read my. You read my text.
You say what you want to say.
Hey,
Our
Hank
texts
will
are
not
private.
associate with anything.
Speak
None of
it,
is
brother.
of his
Speak
opinion.
it. Speak it.
You can
There's
say
just certain
what you
people-
want.
There's certain people that just always want to take your guns away, and I don't understand why.
Mm-hmm. This article, if you guys have not seen this article, this is some... Actually, this made me laugh at first. Flipping through this article, this was some craziness in this article. It's penned by Todd C. Frankel, Sean Boberg, Josh Dowsey, Ashley Parker, and Alex Horton. I don't know if you guys know who those are, but it's talking about the AR, the history of the AR, and basically there's quotes in there like, in the beginning, gun guys didn't even like ARs. So that was the first thing that made me laugh.
Everybody has liked an M16 since they saw it.
Yeah.
So my question is kind of like people that always are gun experts, but they've never touched the gun they're an expert on.
This right here, yep.
Do any of these people actually own one?
Okay, some of the people in this article who they quote are former executives of NSSF, Smith & Wesson. They're quoting the guy who started DPMS. Now, a lot of other... Okay, I'm going to read the article for you. Now, I'm not saying that everyone necessarily responded for this article, right? But they're pulling quotes here.
You should never
now, a lot of
respond to
times
news
in
media,
this,
they're
they
gonna twist it.
Yeah, exactly. And now a lot of times here they bring up companies and they go, and this company refused to comment, which is what they should do. But here, just to start off the thing here, the AR-15 wasn't supposed to be a bestseller. The rugged, powerful weapon was originally designed as a soldier's rifle in the late 1950s. This is from the article. An outstanding weapon with phenomenal lethality. An internal Pentagon report raved. It soon became standard issue for U.S. troops in the Vietnam War, where the weapon earned a new name, the M16.
It didn't earn a name.
It earned it. It earned it.
Yeah. So here, I'm going to go on to...
Okay, you want an example? The M60 earned the name the Pig. It earned that name.
Yeah.
It wasn't designated that by
So
the
here's the
US
thing.
government.
But listen, few gun makers saw a semi-automatic version of the rifle with its shrouded barrel, pistol grip, and jutting ammunition magazine as a product for ordinary people. It didn't seem suited for hunting. It seemed like overkill for home defense. Gun executives doubted many buyers would want to spend their money on one. And then they go on here. So here's a quote. Because this is a long-ass article, so we're not going to do the whole thing. We'd have NRA members walk by our booth and give us the finger, said Randy Luth, the founder of gunmaker DPMS, one of the earliest companies to market AR-15s. So that's what I was just talking about.
What did DPMS do against the common good?
You made it sound like Randy Luce said that. He didn't say that.
It's right here in the article.
He said people walk by his booth. He wasn't saying anything negative about the AR.
No, he said we'd have NRA members walk by our booth and give us the finger. Said Randy Luth. Yeah, that's what I said.
Right.
He said
but
that.
When you started, you said that. Anyway, never mind.
No. I said this is the quote that they put in the thing. And
that's
basically,
not negative about AR-15s. That's just negative about the FUDs that are in the
Yeah,
internet.
I don't know. First of all, I don't know Randy. Do you know Randy Luth, Walt? Do you know who that is?
I have not met him. No, I know of him, but I have not met him. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if he was
specific. What did DPMS do wrong? Are they a FUD company or something?
No, I don't think.
No. He's saying that people at, let's say, like the NRA convention, walk by and give him a hard time.
Yeah,
That's
because they were selling
NRA.
ARs. Okay, but here's my question: did that really happen? Did at the NRA show? Did gun guys walk by DPMS and go, you to DPMS?
I
Don't use that term, gun guys, because
doubt
your duck hunter guys and your
are not.
I live on the
thuds.
farm. I live on the farm and don't do anything, but they're not gun guys.
Okay.
They're not people that like all kinds of guns. They're very prejudiced.
Right. Yeah.
And they think all they and a lot of people the only thing they know about guns is what they hear on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, they think, oh, those things are terrible.
Well, I wasn't around in those times. When I got into the gun world was, I think, like around 2012, 2013, when we had the whole firearm apocalypse, and all of that stuff was going on. Yeah. So I never went to any NRA show or any SHOT show where anybody was mad about an AR-15. And I know when I got into the gun world, I never had that thought in my mind, like this is a bad thing or anything like that. But Walt, did you ever see anything like that?
No.
You saw a lot of
I have
this
not.
stuff.
But you got to remember, they've been selling AR-15s since the early '60s.
Yeah, I don't.
You look at the advertising from the early '60s. AR-15 was available way back.
Yeah, but weren't AR-15s also in movies and all that kind of stuff?
Yeah,
AR-15. Yeah,
since the. Let me see. I'm trying to remember the oldest movies. I didn't look at
trigger. It's their trigger gun now. It's their gun that, it used to be. The AR-15 is like the AK. The Russians have the AK. We have the AR-15. So AR-15 is the big.
Right.
It's automatically evil.
The big spooky, scary gun. Yeah.
But when I came into the gun world, I remember like I got into this here in Florida. I mean, I've always been into guns, even when I lived in New York. But even here in Florida, all the dudes that I ran into, your good old boys and all that, they were all about dudes who grew up hunting. They were all about ARs. The only thing I remember is every single one of those mofos had to have a Colt 6920.
6920 was hot. Ooh, that was hot.
Yeah, I don't remember anyone like poo-pooing, but like I said, I wasn't doing this in the 60s and 70s and all that, but I remember it being in those movies. Terminator had ARs in it, and
back in the old days, like in the 80s, when you could buy anything, you could get HKs, you could get AR-15s. I didn't want no AR-15. I wanted a damn HK. I want no AR-15. What do I want an AR-15 for? That's not exotic enough.
It's common. It was common to
enough.
you.
Yeah.
When did you first build your first AR-15, Walt, or did you buy your first AR-15?
I built the first one probably. Let me see. Back up in time.
70s.
No. Probably though. Probably. I mean, I had an AK. I bought an AK in '86 actually, so that was the first AK.
Yeah, I know you're an AK guy first.
Then I had an HK91.
Right.
And then AR-15 didn't happen until early '90s, I think. So.
Okay. Yeah.
So once I got my license and all that stuff,
Yeah. So this article is talking about how today the AR-15 is the best-selling rifle. 1 in 20 U.S. adults, roughly 60 million people, own at least one AR.
Have you seen how
more than that? Go ahead.
Because it's for that type of gun, it's the cheapest thing you can get. You can't buy an AK for $400. Like you can buy an AR-15 for $400, $350.
That's a good thing.
Depending.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, you can't buy an SKS now for that price.
Oh, you're back in the days before I was alive. Oh.
$49 SKS is used. Yeah, I mean.
No guns were expensive like that. Well, no, I shouldn't say no guns. There probably were some really expensive guns back in the day, right?
Oh yeah, there was expensive guns.
But gun prices have like skyrocketed.
But your money's not worth that much either now anymore.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
No, what I was trying to say, Patrick, is that, okay, I know, like, probably prices are coming down, but I think after, like, 2012, 2013, a lot of those prices went up.
But another thing I remember about the AR-15 is, back in the 80s, there was Colt parts, and there was DPMS then, and a few others, but there wasn't the volume of stuff you have available now to build with. I mean, now you have so many options and so many people making parts and so many different variations and people making barrels, and it's easy, it's simple.
So listen, this article, I would really recommend people go read it. I know it's bullshit. I'm not trying to tell you guys. I think there's a lot of bullshit in here. But it's really interesting, and we have to be aware of these things, because this is the kind of stuff that we need to push back on. And this is the reason why YouTube and all these other social media sites have pretty much shadow banned us, because they don't want people like us talking about this stuff or counteracting this bullshit in here. But I want to hit you with this, Walter, because I want to see your reaction. Okay, I want to see your reaction. Okay, supporters of the AR-15 say its popularity reflects its legitimacy as a tool for law-abiding people. The firearm is lawfully owned by millions of Americans, used in shooting competitions for recreational purposes, hunting, and home protection, said NRA spokesman Andrew Arula. What is it? Arula Nadadam. Whatever. Others say this was not the original idea behind the gun. Eugene Stoner, a World War II veteran who invented the AR-15 in the late 1950s while working at Armory, a small engineering firm in Hollywood, had no interest in civilians using his invention, said C. Reed Knight, who owns a Florida gun making company, and considers Stoner his mentor. I don't know who is C. Reed Knight. Is this who I think it is?
It's just Reed Knight.
Yeah, it's Reed Knight.
From Knight's Armament?
Yes.
Okay.
And he's not wrong. I mean, he's not lying.
Because they were trying to get a military contract where the money is.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why.
Right.
And
okay,
when that when that didn't happen like they thought it was going to happen, or as fast, when Colt started making them, they started selling the AR-15 version right to the public right away too.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Right.
Yeah. I mean,
so here's what Knight goes on to say. He looked at this thing as only for the military side of the house, Knight said. Stoner, who died in 1997, thought his invention was past its prime by the mid-1990s, Knight said.
Yes.
He added that Stoner would have been horrified by the idea that he invented the tool of all this carnage in the school.
No. Okay.
Not even close.
Stop it. How many shootings are actually been done in schools with AR-15?
The majority of shootings are not using AR-15s.
No.
And this article has numbers and all that kind of stuff. You know, so okay, whoever came up with cars, you know, do you think that they regret
Henry
all
Ford
the people?
never thought somebody would get run over.
Do they regret all the people who have gotten killed by cars? The people who invented planes, who invented hammers, knives.
As soon as the automobile hit the road, people were getting slaughtered. So
does Pfizer regret all the people who died of getting shot?
Not with the amount of money they made.
I don't know. Listen, it's possible that Stoner wasn't happy about what he did, right? It's possible.
That's a stretch, though. Reed Knight should have known better than to say that shit.
Yeah, we're gonna take a break. We'll be right back.
Make sure to check out hempstrange.com. You can sign up for our email list and find ways to follow and support our efforts.